Hey, what's up guys? Jordan Anderson here from Valley Films, and on this episode we're talking about the power of music. Yeah. Okay, let's get into it. Filmmaking and music go hand in hand, as we all know. It's hard to separate the two. So music is important. We all know this. It can drive a scene, it can quicken a scene, it can shape the emotion of the scene. It's almost like an instruction manual to the audience as to how they should feel about the scene. There's a criticism that music is a little too simplistic, that it's almost a cheap ploy to the audience. It's basically holding the hand of the audience, telling them this is the emotion of the scene, this is how you should feel. It's so powerful and effective, even if it is manipulative, that I'll go with it. Like, if you want me to feel this way about the scene, then I'm in. This is how I feel. Cinema music is huge. I mean, we're talking like huge, multi-level, multi-million-dollar orchestras working hard on every movie, making their own soundtrack for the movie. You've got Howard Shore with Lord of the Rings. You've got Hans Zimmer for every epic movie that you can probably think of. Pirates of the Caribbean, Inception, every Christopher Nolan movie, pretty much.
Come on, Tars!
Of course, you have John Williams and Steven Spielberg, and John Williams and George Lucas, and the new Star Wars. And then my favorite collaboration is Trent Reznor and David Fincher, and the two of them make some terribly gruesome music, and it's awesome. I love it. So those are huge Hollywood multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar churning machines that make original soundtracks, and they are fantastic. What's already at a large scale, this movie and the story, is even now at a celestial, higher, entirely new level of, it gives epic a whole new name. What about music in your own film? Music in your own film is just as important, I think. Finding a good song, finding a good soundtrack, it's gonna improve your film dramatically. It's not gonna be a bad thing for your film to have a solid soundtrack attached to it. What do we do if we don't have multi-million-dollar Warner Brothers studio orchestra? There are a few ways. There's a few websites out there. The power of the internet has given us tons of music options, tons of music to work with, and tons of artists who need those filmmakers to sort of work together in sort of a symbiotic relationship. So if you're really low budget, there are websites like Free Music Archives. Those are, obviously they're free, hence the name. All you have to do is just give credit to the artist. If you are using it for commercial purposes, that you find one that fits that right copyright. Copyright gets pretty difficult, but they've simplified it to, are you allowed to use it for commercial purposes, or is this just for educational, or is this for personal use? Err on the side of caution when you're selecting the songs, and if you are selecting a song for your independent film and you hope to send it to, say, film festivals or even make money off it, that is a commercial project. Just because you think it's a personal project or something that you're working on, the moment that you make $1 on it is the moment that it becomes a commercial project. So keep that in mind when you're selecting your music. Another one for YouTubers, and this is pretty cool that came out. YouTube has an audio library. They have thousands of songs, a pretty broad spectrum of genres. You can even select it by the mood that you want. Vimeo as well has songs available. There's a whole song library, very similar to the YouTube audio library. Just for both of these, just make sure that the copyright is there. Make sure that you're giving proper credit where credit's due. So those are the free options. Let's talk about some paid options for music. The first paid option of music that I've gone to has been Audio Jungle. Most of their music on there is under $25 a song, but it also depends on the license that you get. I've used Audio Jungle for plenty of wedding videos. There's a huge selection. The old theme song for the vlog, I got that off Audio Jungle. Get it for like 21 bucks. Get a yearly license and you can use it as many times as you want within that year. The next website that I found is called MusicBed. I came upon this about 6 months ago, and this has been great because what Audio Jungle is sort of generic, nondescript, don't really know who the artist is. And MusicBed actually gives you musicians to work with. There are, you know their names, you know the lyrics, you can see their albums. It's almost like if you took sort of a mid-level, entry-level music star and used some of their music. Their licensing is much more expensive. It's for weddings, it's like $50, but if you want to do like a personal project, it can be, I think, $100. So that may mess with your film budget somehow. Be considerate of that if you want to use a lot of selection. There's a lot of selection everywhere. A unique way that you can go about finding music, and it's a little more difficult, but you may be able to find some very unique music at a discount, if not free, is to go to SoundCloud and just find an artist, find a budding artist, find a new musician out there, send them an email, ask if you can use their music for free, ask if you can use their music in your video, say you want to promote them, you'll put a link in the credits. Sometimes when they're so small that it's not entirely feasible for that artist to try to sell the music, so getting their music out there is a great way, whether it's in film or movies or TV or vlogs like this. So with new artists, offer that option. Be polite, be open about it. Don't lie about what you're offering. Say that you run a video vlog. Say that you are a filmmaker. Say that this is the plan. This is what you want to do with the music. This is what you'd like to do with it. And like I said, give credit where credit's due. Here's something you probably didn't think of. Use music in pre-production. Almost the same way that you would use storyboards to visually tell your story. Use music or find songs that you like that sort of match the mood and the tone of the movie, and save those. Save those in a file somewhere. Share that with whoever you're collaborating with. At this point, you don't have to purchase the license. I mean, you can find like famous music if you want to. But what this is going to do, this is going to give an idea to people who aren't entirely invested in your movie, who aren't completely understanding your idea. You play them a song like, okay, we want the scene to play out like this, and then you play the song for them, and it sort of clicks emotionally. There's this unspoken communication going on where your collaborators are going to better understand what you mean about the scene. Another cool tip, actually for production, is to play music on set. It's a good way to sort of like get everybody kind of chilled and relaxed. If you've got like a crazy action scene where there's a lot of intense emotion, play like some heavy metal or some electronic music that's like really heart pumping, and get everyone going, get everyone like hyped up about it. If the sound guy and the camera guy and the extras and the makeup artists are all feeling pumped up, just as a whole, the entire film set's gonna feel it, and it's going to make a better picture. Of course, like when you're recording sound, like turn the music off, but in between takes when you're setting up, play some music, play something that maybe that everybody likes, play some, just get everybody in the mood, keep a positive vibe on set. Just a quick little tip. Alright guys, thank you for watching. My name is Jordan Anderson from Valley Films. I always appreciate you watching these videos. I love making these videos for you guys. It's so fun. Yeah, we're keep churning out content. I hope you guys are churning out content. If you've made a video or something, or if you're sort of in this Valley Films vlogosphere, send me some of your links. Show me what you've been working on lately. Tag me on Instagram with a cool behind the scenes shot that you've been working, and I'd love to see it. Also, we're on Snapchat, so yeah, that's a thing. If you don't know what Snapchat is, get on it. Yeah, I'm rambling. I love you guys. See you next time on the Valley Films video vlog. Peace. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the end of the video. Just wanted to make a quick announcement. Your Film, a Playground podcast is airing its second episode in the next coming days. We have episode 1 in the bag, and I think it's a podcast that you guys are really gonna like. It's an in-depth conversation for filmmakers fresh to the game and people thinking about getting into the filmmaking world. We talk about film school, we talk about cameras, we talk about what it all means to be a filmmaker. It's Chris G Presents, Troy Nikolic, and myself, Jordan Anderson from Valley Films. Yeah, we're doing about a weekly episode so far. We may bump it up, but I've put the link in the description below. Give it a listen, subscribe to us if you can. So yeah, so thanks for watching, and now is the end of the video, I promise.